then we mosey on for a bit. We start climbing up. We have these harmonics. Now, at various places we have harmonics, and occasionally he'll want the double harmonic. I don't do that. We have these huge, some of them, you know, some of them are well, I've never been a huge fan of double harmonics. I haven't spent a ton of time working on them. And when we're looking at this large gap, you know, that's not something that I can do, and I haven't felt impelled to spend a lot of time working on that. So I just do the top note. And in this little section, this little bit, there's a case to be aware of whether the string that you're playing is flat or natural, because of course you'll need to be a little bit higher, and then you shift down a little bit to the natural, and up again, and stay up. And they're fairly fast, so yeah, on all those harmonics, just be aware of whether you're playing a flat or a natural, or I don't think there are any sharps, and where your hand has to be positioned. Gets louder. Then we have another little section where these enharmonics make life a little bit easier, just in terms of the spacing. Where we get this little climb up. All I can offer you for that is slowly practicing it and gradually getting a little bit faster. Trying as much as you can to get away from the strings, trying as much as you can to hear where the actual downbeat is. It has a tendency to sound like, you know, 1 and 2 and, but it's and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So yeah, doing it nice and slow like that so that you can hear everything. When you get it at speed, it's probably going to be a little bit messy. It is for me. It's not completely crisp. It's something that would be much easier on the piano, but you get that effect of some loud ascending passage, and it's reasonably effective. Let's see. This chord, of course, I can grab this guy. Again, depending on your hand size, that may be a problem. You may, or one trick that you can always do for these chords that are large for your hands is to, you know, place the start, and let's say you can't quite reach that, you can, and now shift up. So let's say I wanted to go to that G, which I can't place, but I can roll up. But this second one, you know, you can't fit 2 on that gap, so I just do, you know, sneaking 2 up there. And then again, another little section with enharmonics. Again, thanks to my teacher. This was Catherine Ely. This works really nicely because we just get these slides. Whoa. Something sounds strange there, but I think that's correct. But to just be able to go, you know, is quite handy. That works really nicely there. And And then we get our little friend back. One of the other thing I have to say about that little section is that if you're playing in a really small room, you could play it. It's marked pianissimo, right? And that does make it a little bit easier when it's really quiet. You know, keeping it really quiet, it's easier to make it sound fast and even. But when you're getting it, you know, this is with a choir. It's doubtlessly going to be in a large space, and it's not that you're going to want to play it forte, but you do have to give it some volume, and that's just, I mean, that helps make it as difficult as it is. So, yeah, just practice, practice, practice. And we wind our way down, and we set up the choir for their first piece. Let's move on to that.